Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnet Queen Tarot, where we are inspired to rise. Hello, 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 my wonderful Scorpios. How are you guys doing? I hope all is well. I hope you're happy just because. Hope things are lining up. I hope you're manifesting on your dreams and taking them seriously, because you know there's a lot of hidden messages in dreams. This was something that you thought about, you dreamt, and turned into a story. It's up to you to figure out what pieces are missing. You know how much fun that is when you dream about something, and a lot of times some people do not remember about their dream in the middle of the night when they wake up. They went through that fantasy, they went through that reality, but sometimes they don't even remember it. You gotta keep your intuition fed by paying attention and listening to everything, because those are messages that you dreamt about that were meant for you. So many times I had a dream once, I'm telling you, I had a dream once that Scorpio, it was like I was in my car. I think my daughter was with me or my son. I think it was my daughter. And we were in the car together. And you know, like how you look in the rearview mirror and you're always looking around and looking at your environment. I do that. I don't just look forward. If I'm at a red light, I look around just to make sure. I've seen people run up to people in their cars and pull a gun on them and do different things. So you always have to be alert and aware, especially when you're in your car at a red light. They stole my mother's chain when in New York when she was sitting in her car. You know, it's summertime. You got the window down somewhat. And let me tell you, I turned and I looked at her, and I had seen a guy ride by on a bike, not realizing her window was down, so he set up to rob her. And I turned and I look at her, and I just see her gasping for air. And I'm like, "You okay, mommy?" And she's like, "You just snatched my chain." I'm like, "Oh my gosh." And I see the guy riding on the bike, and we stuck in traffic. That was crazy. What do you do about that? Nothing. You can't do nothing about it, because by the time she get out of traffic or try to flag down the police, he's gone. So it was like, whew, that was scary. So when you dream about things and things happen, and she said she had dreamt about something choking her or something the night before. Well, you don't pay those type of things any mind, at least back then, And then it happened. Then it happened. So a lot of times when you see things in your dreams, it's for your own protection, but you didn't get the message. Not all the time you understand the message directly. But now, when you've been through some things and you might have dreamt about it, you are more alert and aware. So if anything feels a little fishy or a little off, you are more alert. It ignites those instincts inside of you. So let's practice our breathing, leave all negativity at the door. Garnet Queen Tarot saying, you want to be inspired to rise. We want to be in our zen, in our mode. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Ooh, that feels good, Scorpio. Doesn't that feel good? Ah, my money sign. I love me some Scorpios. You guys know this, right? You are the money sign. You are the sign that you keep going. I love, love, love Scorpios. I know it sounds corny and it's old, but I have a certain connection, okay? And I dated a Scorpio for a long time, and Scorpios are cool. Not always faithful, but definitely cool. you know, Scorpios are like about their business. They like making money. They do that extra job on the side. They'll pick up hours, because if they're working towards something, even better. They like to live comfortably. So they'll do what's necessary. They'll pick up an extra shift at work. They'll do whatever it takes to make sure that they're comfortable. Okay? And I'm talking about legally comfortable. So let's see what's going on, Scorpios. Talk to us, Spirit, on behalf of our Scorpios. Show them the way. And I know those Scorpios left all that extra baggage at the door. They wasn't going to travel in here in our realm with that. And they did their breathing. Spirits reveal to us what we need to know. Show us the signs we need to pay attention to. Talk to us and help us to gain the clarity necessary to rise above our situation or circumstances. That's what we work towards. That's what we work on. We rise above circumstances. Wow, this is the submarine. I've gotten this card quite a bit. This is something, no matter how much I mix the deck up, I say a few signs have been getting the submarine. And you know what's that standing for? It's diving deep. And they're telling you you're on the surface. You're not deep down inside where you need to be in order to be your best self. You are still a work in progress. And nothing is wrong with that. It's just you have to recognize that you still have a ways to go. You still have to get more in tune and in depth with yourself. A lot of times people don't want to do that because they're afraid of what their truth will reveal. There are times when you know something just ain't right. It's just not right. But you still want to be connected to it or affiliated with it, even though you know deep down this is not what you need to be doing. This is not who you need to be with. A lot of times we receive messages that we bury and don't even pay attention to. Not at all, Scorpio. And you do that a lot. If there's things that are bothering you, you keep it bottled inside a lot of times until you explode. You hold it in. You put it in some compartment deep down inside so that you don't have to deal with it. Whether it's your truth or not, you don't want to get that deep. You're focused a lot of times in building up, and you don't like to hear negativity a lot of times. But as a parent, and you know something that you don't really want to hear, you'll try to ignore it and act like you don't know until you can't take it anymore. You got to go deep down, go deep down and reveal your truth. Seek out questions that you have and bring it to the surface. And don't be ashamed or embarrassed to ask the questions. Who gets offended, but, you know, you're a tactful person and your words can come over smooth. It's just when people hear it from you, it it offends them because they may admire you and respect you, be inspired by you. So for you to have something of a negative concern where they're concerned, it bothers them. So, continue to be tactful with your words, but you have to take care of you too. So as that submarine, you know how deep that submarine gets. It's just a little bit above sea level, but you remember you can't see it from on top. That's how some of our enemies work. They have the submarine, so you don't even say, you pick it up on the radar, but automatically you're not going to see it. They stay underneath, not to be detected. But with new devices and technology, that's a given anyway. But back in the day, a lot of times certain things didn't pick up until it was too close. Sailboat. Sailboat. You're heading in the right direction. You know how beautiful that is? Scorpio, think about it. You know how many times you try this path and that path, trying to get it into your zone, trying to get across the seas, trying to find your way and determine what way that is and if you're going in the right way. Because sometimes while you're traveling, you could be going a distance and going, let's say that you made the wrong turn and you're just driving and driving and driving and don't realize that that was the wrong turn. When you could be told by your ancestors and the spirits that, hey, listen, you're going in the right direction. Even if some challenges may come to you or obstacles try to block you, continue on your journey and don't give up. That lightens the burden of not knowing and fussing and concerned over if you're going in the right direction. They're letting you know you are headed in the right direction. That's a plus. And that was a direct message. A stingray. Be aware of your own surroundings. Mindfulness. Be mindful of where you're headed. Be mindful and pay attention to who's in your circle, who's around you. Because remember, a stingray could turn on you. You know that, right? It could just throw you completely off. So be careful of where you're going and how you're getting there and who you're going with. Don't just do things. I was going to bring up an example of that, sad. I'm not even going to talk about that, but I will say that there are so many people out there that look at you as being a star. There's about 3 or 4 signs that fall into that category. And Scorpio, you're one of them. You are creator of greatness. You continuously work on climbing upward. And the thing is, you don't envy people. You don't have that time or energy to be jealous of anybody, but people are jealous of you. People want to find something wrong with you so they have something negative to say. It's sad. It's sad. This is our world, but it's true. Sometimes there are people, I tell people, there are people that have the it factor and draw people to them. And people admire them for their capabilities and the things that they do. And you're one of those signs, Scorpio. You're the money sign. You create your wealth because you like climbing up. You like to live good. You're my money sign. So beware of people that pretend to be supportive and are not. People that you might catch looking at you from the corner of your eye, from your peripheral. You could be looking straight, but you see them like staring at you. Staring at you. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, people go through so much in life. You don't have to do anything for people to hate on you. They just do. But the majority of people love you because you can be so funny. Oh my gosh. You could tell the corniest jokes in the world, but your excitement and joy over sharing the joke, people just end up laughing with you because you are funny. You have such a common side to you. You also have a side that'll flip the script if people coming at you wrong. If they come at you incorrectly or inappropriately, they won't do that again. Because just as nice and sweet and kind as you are, you could be a beast too. So people better think twice before approaching you in the wrong manner. That's just how it is. You want to be happy more than upset. But sometimes people do things that you don't like and you will tell them about it. Scorpio, you're about love, you're about your paper. And right now, you about being careful because not everybody you can trust, especially when you're climbing up the ladder. Treasure map. Treasure map. You're almost there. Don't lose focus. Oh my gosh, I could feel this card. That's why I prayed on these cards before I received them after I received them, because it brings that intuition. You are climbing and you are feeling the joy. You're feeling that anxiety right now. You're almost there. Don't lose focus. When you're coming down to the wire and you're about to achieve and reap, that's when the enemy attacks. People don't realize that. They just get frustrated. I'm never going to get through. This is just taking too long. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. You might even have a drink and try to drown your sorrows. Don't do it. Listen to me. When everything is coming at you at the same time, that's when your blessing is on the way. That's when your reward is on the way. Because that's like the pushing point. That's the pushing point. That's where you're being tested. You're being pushed. And you're already complaining, maybe quietly to yourself. You might even cry that you're so sick and tired of starting over. You're so sick and tired. But you notice what's happening? Every time you have to start the process again, you're higher up than where you were when you fell off. And now you can get to the next point real quick because you already know the steps in the beginning. So now you breeze through that and you get to the level where you are because you're seeing the next level. So you don't even realize that every time you have a setback, that's like a piece of the puzzle where you're supposed to grab that knowledge from it and utilize it, apply it so you can get to the next level. So it may be a disappointment because it feels like you fell off, but it was making sure that you able to get to that point. So you're being tested on what you already learned to make sure that it's going to be a breeze for you climbing back up and you're going to go beyond the point where you fell off. This is what life is about. And a lot of times we don't realize it. You stay in that sulking mode for so long because you believe you fell off permanently, whereas you did not. And you ask yourself, what did I do wrong? You are learning, and this is the learning process. That's why they tell you practice makes perfect. Why do you think people say that? Because there are times where you try to do something and you can't get it, but you keep doing it and repeating it consistently and doing it over and over and over and over, and then boom, you don't even realize how much you've grown, how much you've learned. I love when people step back and rather than beat themselves up for not getting to where they want to be, actually you're beating yourself down because if you're beating yourself up, you'd be overcoming. So don't beat yourself up. Ask yourself, what did I learn from what just took place? And when you pick that message out and you pick that sense out of nonsense, you elevate. You may not see it, but it's actually happening right before your eyes. Because of the fact you're digging deep down in your soul and you're pulling out the tools that you have that you may have buried because you haven't utilized them in a while. Scorpio, you are on your growth mission, especially beginning of the year because you feel you have a lot of time to accomplish your goals. So even if trial and error takes place, pick up that piece. Pick up what you just learned from that message. Don't miss out on it. Don't let it go. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. You are better than that and you are stronger than that. And just because people may not agree with your tactics, if something is embedded inside of you, you need to go after it because it's a message that was meant for you, not anybody else. You don't even have to share it with other people. You need to work toward it so that you can slide on in. Practice, fail, practice, fail, practice, fail, practice, fail. Apply what you've learned. Next level. Ding! Next level. Level up. Level up. Even in a game, every time you level up, you get extra points. And you know how to get through further. That's exciting. It's learning from your experience. So even if there's a disappointment, don't look at it as life is over and I'm never going to get through. Look at it as this is another stepping stone for me to overcome so I can elevate to the next level because growth is what it's about. It's a work in progress. You're a work in progress. And not every time you try something are you going to get through. How many people believe a lot of celebrity kids don't even want the assistance of their family member because they want to prove to themselves that they are great on their own, not with a step up. They want to create their own steps to climb. Some people choose to go the route of letting their parent give them everything as far as being a celebrity. And, they get spoiled. They don't appreciate it because they didn't really work for it. It was given to them. Scorpio, whether somebody gives you something or you've gotten to that level on your own, you keep going regardless and you appreciate what's given to you. You humble yourself to get to the next level and recognize that people helped you along the way. You have so much gratitude. You have a loving heart. You share. You're not cheap. Every Scorpio that I have met, can't speak for everybody in the world. I'm talking about the ones that I have met. When I think they fall in line with a lot of the signs, people say, oh, the sign stuff, it's nonsense, it's this. Let me tell you something. The amount of messages that I personally have received for myself has helped me. It helps you to gain a little clarity. It's not going to tell you everything. It'll give you little clues along the way. I tell it it's like being in an escape room. You kind of get the clues, you read through it, and you pick out what you think is going to help you to elevate to the next level so you can get the heck out of there. Life is about exploring. It's about recognizing where you belong. Not even fit in, but where you belong. Where you feel most comfortable, where you feel that you're in a place where it's continuous learning and you feel good about it and you want to be a part of it. So when you are traveling on the sea and the oceans and your feelings are vibrating, and that's in your mind, it doesn't have to actually be there. Everything has a message. That's why the sea is so calming. It helps you to see the truth. It helps you to reveal messages that may have been buried, just like what the submarine does. It takes your message down deep, and you don't get it unless you dig for it. So every experience has a message. It's up to us to unveil what it is by getting in tune with who we are. When you get in tune with who you are, so many messages will be revealed to you. You'll feel shaken. That's what I'm saying to you. You feel shaken because it was like you was feeling that, but you wasn't thinking that, or you was hoping that wasn't true. But now the message is revealed to you. That's what it's about. That's why they say, practice your breathing, constantly manifesting. You will uncover things that only you know where it's buried. Let's do our soul. What is our soul, Scorpio? I love Scorpios. Scorpios are such good people. Caring people. Wow. Let's see what was revealed to us. Wow. You have loneliness. I know that I am never alone. And you have happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. That's the second time tonight you've gotten the right path. Which is the other card they gave? Here it is. The sailboat. Sail on. Keep going. Keep moving forward. You're reading in the right direction. You're heading in the right direction. You're moving in the right direction. You are going in the right direction. It's you're heading in the right direction. That means you're on the right path, right? The right direction. I am on the right path. So, Scorpio, things are piling up for you as far as falling in line. And whatever's going on in your life right now, it's multiplying. It's not subtracting. So you are definitely headed in the right direction. Anything that you have been focusing on that's been holding on to and telling you, do this, do this, do this. And no matter how many things you look at, how many other opportunities, it's still pounding, and pounding on you. Pounding. You know that. And you can't shake it because you are headed in that direction toward your purpose, toward your goal, toward your dream. Maybe this is what you've seen in your dream. So go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Take care, Scorpio. Till we meet again. I got a powerful feeling from you today. A powerful, powerful feeling. You are determined. You are determined and you are focused. Peace, love, and prosperity Follow your heart, follow your intuition, follow your dreams. Garnet Queen Tarot, where we are inspired to rise. Don't give up on your goals. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your purpose. Scorpio, you are strong, and you know this. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and thank you so much for supporting the channel and stopping by. You mean the world to us. You mean the world to me. Thank you. You are appreciated. Remember, Garnet Queen Tarot, where we're inspired to rise. Till we meet again, Scorpio. Peace. Take care.